The hypocrisy is out and about tonight. I want to discuss a lot of the comments, particularly in the I should say, the UFL social media post. So we will go into that here shortly. But first, I do want to call out UFL on some things they need to fix yesterday. Like, if they fixed them yesterday, it wouldn't have been soon enough. First and foremost, let's read straight from the screen here. Some enhanced reputation capacity is deducted every 7 days. AKA, every week we're going to take a chunk of the RP that you've earned from playing games, right? That needs to go. So, across the board, you guys aren't rewarding your players enough with whether it's CP, RP, XP, even the LP, whatever it is. You're not doing good enough with the rewards. So, we've talked about that, so we won't harp on it too much. But you need to do better with that. But you definitely can't, on top of that, take away RP that your player bases earn grinding games. That's ridiculous. I'll use myself as an example. I want to get Koble because of some ultra effects. I want to test my theory if he's the best keeper in the game based on these ultra effects. I was literally so close to getting him. This deduction, RP deduction, happened within the last day or two, and now I'm nowhere near it. I think I had 70 something. Now it's 30. I can't remember exactly, but it is insane that they're taking anything away, much less the amount of RP. UFL, get that out of here. Just totally erase it. Forget that was even there. There's some type of equation about like how much you play the game, and then they put it in, and that determines how much you deduct. Get that out of here. That needs to go, right? We talked about the rewards, different ways like getting rid of the skins you won't use to create some rewards. When you put in your AI mode and your multiplayer mode, different ways that you can reward your player base. So you need to keep adding that, keep boosting your rewards. It can't be that going to the store and spending the player's own money is the best way to get these different CP, LP, whatever, right? Even the items section in your store where you can buy these boosts, just to keep up with the boost, right? You don't have enough even within the challenges and stuff. Like, I've had to put in my own money. It's not much for like the XP boost and the XP boost, the CP boost per game, and then on top of that, you get an extra boost with the premium, right? So there's just several little things, but it's almost like a nickel and dime effect that you feel like you have, a good chunk of it. So you have the highest boost you can get every game with regards to having the premium, right? Then there's an XP, RP, and CP boost that you can get, and the premium covers like CP and XP or something like that, right? So that's the way you get basically the maximum rewards across every game. But it runs out so quickly, and there's just not enough ways to earn that playing games, right? So even like myself, I'm having to go in and spend a few bucks here and there just because I'm fully invested in the game and I want to get the max rewards so I can have the team that I want. And a lot of that has to do with the content I create, but also the bigger reason even than that is, as a competitor, I want the most edge I can get on my opponents, so I don't want to sacrifice all these rewards each game, right? But that's something that I have the ability to do. Many players, rightfully so, can't justify putting any money in to get these boosts, and so now they have to wait even longer, and the rewards aren't good enough as it begins with. So you guys have to do something about this ASAP. Fix the reward system. Make rewards more accessible and more, I guess you could say, abundant when people do get rewarded. It's too low, and then it's not enough ability to even get the boost. Much less, forget about like the CP that you get and the RP that you get. You don't even give enough boosts out so people can get the max amount of rewards every game that they do play, right? It can't be going to the store every time to get these XP boosts, and then on top of that to have to buy CP to get a certain. You gotta cater to the players more in that case, and people are furious about it. So, with that being said, you heard me. This video is about 5 minutes in. Went off on UFL, or that was my version of going off on them. They absolutely need to fix those things. People are right. However, the hypocrisy is wild because look at the other football video games. Look at all the chances we've given them. Look at the fact that, let's talk about this. People are mad because it takes forever to grind up and be able to get a top player, and some people can just go spend a couple hundred. I'll use myself as an example. I spend a couple hundred to be able to get the players I have in UFL. If I wanted to get the top players, for instance, in EAFC, I would have to spend thousands, and I still couldn't have a fully meta team, right? Literally thousands. Year after year, people never get a chance to use Hullet, R9, Mbappe. Like, people, just to get the gold card, people have to wait until, I mean, months and months and months until the power curve is like literally, till Mbappe has about 7 more cards higher than that gold card till they can get them. And some people don't even get to use them then, right? Even just your Salas, your Suns, and things like that, especially their promo versions, their higher versions. So the hypocrisy is real, because you see in the comments, I'm going back to EAFC, I'm leaving, I'm done with this, another broken game. Guys, it hasn't, what has it been since full release? Like a month? What happened to all the chances? Did we use them all in EAFC? We can't give UFL a chance? Because in my opinion, I've been happy with what I've seen from strikers in the development's feedback, in responses to their player base, as well as the timeliness of them fixing issues or at least addressing issues. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, to each their own. I just am kind of flabbergasted, for lack of a better term, at some of the comments I've been seeing, and the fact that people literally have the audacity to say, I'm going back to EAFC. You could never even dream of getting the top players for a couple $100 in EAFC. Give me a break. And not only that, but all of the issues, all of the money grubbing over there that's going on, I mean, it's ridiculous. So give UFL a chance if you want. If not, okay, I get it. But to me, it's just a little much. It kind of comes off as, again, for lack of a better term, as like a spoiled brat syndrome, right? Like, I want what I want and I want it now. Be patient, right? I'm in it for the long haul. I'd love for everybody to stick around. I'd love for this game to continue to grow and grow and grow, but if not, that's fine. It's just, I would love to have an honest conversation with you as far as why this game you would give up on based on some of these things that are easily fixable, when EAFC has done so much worse and continues to as well. Now, some people didn't necessarily say they were going back to EAFC, and for those people, maybe they're just saying they're done with video games. I strongly urge you to reconsider, specifically with UFL, but especially this message is especially for those who said, I'm done, might as well go back to EAFC, at least they have licensing or whatever the case. It's like, really? Look at all the issues with EAFC. Look at all the times they just blatantly were trying to take money from their player base. Come on now. All the issues they've had, never addressed, just ignored. I mean, give me a break with that. So, yes, UFL, you must fix these things. First and foremost, it's driving people crazy. It's like clockwork. Every week when you take that RP away, I mean, you lose a chunk of players, I guarantee it. You can just see the anger coming through the comments on the screen, right? And I get it. Those were earned reputation points from grinding in a game where the rewards are low anyway. So you can't take stuff away on top of that from the players, right? But on the player base side, come on, guys. Let's not be hypocrites here. Let's especially not say we're going to go to EAFC, because they have their own issues. Not even comparable, if we're being honest. But nonetheless, you definitely can't write off UFL and say anything like that EAFC has done to kind of earn you back, right? So I just wanted to point that out. My humble opinion, stick with the game. I promise you it will pay off. Keep grinding, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.